Spencer Lewis here with the Hillsdale Hurricane, Thayne Hallyburton. We're talking about Sunset Speedway, and the 2014 season is very rapidly winding down. September the 13th is coming up, 100-lap championship night. Thayne, I mean, it just seemed as though last year when you went on your tear, you excelled in extended distance competition. You get to put those chops to the test here at Sunset. 100 laps. What's going to be the secret to a strong run for the 14 team?
You know, it's getting the car rotating the center, but being steady on all four tires. I mean, if we can get to rotate the center, come off the corner, doesn't matter what track you go to, it's going to be pretty fast. So I think finding the, you know, what makes that work for our race car is going to be key. And if that's the case, you know, the way I race, we're going to have all the fenders on it for the last 10 laps. So if we're in the game, we'll be pretty good.
Now, we haven't had a 100 lap here at Sunset since the beginning of the season, which was your debut with the car. So I mean, you know, you don't have a ton of intel with how the car is going to react. I mean, do you have a solid base to sort of work off of?
Yeah, I think the 50 lappers kind of give you that. The car's not going to change a whole lot. Your fuel is going to come off and it'll loosen up a little bit, but I mean, you can adjust that with the brakes. So they shouldn't really change a whole lot. These cars are kind of built to last now. So what you have here for the 50 lappers shouldn't be too different from what you have for the 100 lappers. Some of the built motors might have a little tough time going the extended distance, and that's kind of probably the only difference. Now,
I know the 2014 season has really been a work in progress for you guys, and I mean, you said right from the start of the year that, you know, this wasn't going to be the kind of year you're going to come in and steamroll over guys.
Yeah.
You didn't go the McCall route. You know, with all due respect to Mike and the team, you went the Port City by Baker route. You're sort of you're like that first monkey launched into space. You know, this is like this new program that no one really knows what to expect, and you're working your way through it. Do you feel as though working through what you've had to battle with is going to make it that much sweeter in 2015 when you get the car working the way you want it to?
Yeah, I mean, we're finding out what doesn't work, and I mean, to be honest, I'm really excited for the Guy Reynolds Memorial. Getting back to Barrie, it's a track I know to get around here. I kind of was a fish out of water for a while, and I feel like I got a good setup for Barrie, and to get back there and to see how the car handles there, that'll kind of give me a benchmark of where this car is compared to the other one, because I really didn't have much to go off of here, so I'm kind of excited for that. But yeah, I was hoping to be up to speed by now, but the schedule has kind of hindered us in that fact, with one race in June and 3 weeks off in August, so it's been pretty tough to get on a roll, and getting back to the track is tough because, you know, you take a couple weeks off, and you know, it's nice to forget about things or some things you wanted to do differently, because it's nice to take a break once the racing's over. But you know, I think the schedule's kind of played a little bit of an impact on that more than anything.
Now, the championship night, the 100 lapper coming up in 2 weeks, it's like the gateway to the playoffs.
Yeah. And
you've arranged a pretty, you know, a hectic schedule for you guys to sort of stay on top, and you're going to be racing all over the place. How pivotal, how important is a good run at the championship night going to be for how the rest of the tour sort of shakes down for you?
It's everything. I mean, you know, tonight was just kind of see. We tried some things this week and, you know, see if it'd work. Didn't. So we got more things to try, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it because it's kind of the launching pad for the last 4 races, and we're doing all 4 of them, and it's going to cost a lot of money for tires. We're going to see what happens. That way, hopefully, Mom and Dad can scrounge out some pennies for that. But you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really fun time, and you know what? At the end of the day, I get a bad day in a race car is better than anywhere else, so it's no big deal.
Exactly, I love it. Now, I mean, of the 4 races you're doing, which one do you want the most?
I want the Reynolds race the most, by far. I mean, if I win that, I don't even care about going the rest of them. For me, you know, I know Kevin very well, and with who Gary is and was as a person, and he's really the first guy that kind of spoke to me at the racetrack 9-10 years ago. So it means quite a lot to me to run that race in his memory, and you know, Travis won it last year at Thunder Car, and you know, to see Kevin and the family and how grateful they were. If it wasn't going to be Travis, they wanted to be Dave, but they wanted to be those guys because they knew how much it meant to them. And I kind of want to be you know, I want to win it because of how much it means to our race team and to Kevin and his family.
Now, I know that none of this happens with the people behind the scenes, and we've sort of been able to bring on new folks to the marketing team. I love it. We're growing with each passing week. Thank the people that make this happen.
I got to thank Transaxle Truck Parts. You know, we're talking about some bigger and better things next year with them, and that's awesome. But first and foremost, for the help this year, Thompson Enterprises. You know, every little bit helps, and Adam and his team coming on board. And they're a growing company, so it's cement work. Give them a call. You can find them on Facebook. Hillsdale Service Center, they fund the majority of it. Mom and Dad, they scratch and claw to find enough money to bring 2 late models to the racetrack every weekend. And you know, what everyone here does once, we do 2 times, and it takes a lot as a family, and a lot of commitment, and you know, I can't thank them enough.
There you have it, folks. Follow them on Twitter at @Hallyburton. Come up to Sunset on September the 13th and watch the Hillsdale Hurricane go to work for 100 laps. Thayne, thanks for the time, my man. All the best next 2 weeks to get that car sorted out and in the 100 lapper.
Thanks. No problem.